All right, let's stop pretending. Most people trying dropshipping in 2025 are failing miserably. And this isn't because dropshipping is dead, it's because the method that they are using is completely wrong and this isn't making money anymore. So let's talk about the truth that nobody else is talking about. First, they are just lazy. They're stealing other people's products literally off of TikTok that are way too saturated, and they know this. And they think just because it's a winning product that they can throw up any sort of store, any sort of ads, and expect to make money from this, even though it's not good, it's already saturated, their ads suck, their store sucks, and just everything sucks. And then they say it's a scam and they say that dropshipping is dead and that this doesn't work. Well, actually, that's not true because as proven with myself and many others, they are printing hundreds of thousands from a simple dropshipping store that anyone can create. These people are literally being lazy because they aren't searching for a winning product. They're just stealing it and ripping it off someone who's already making money. And if this worked, I guess we'd all be rich by now because I'm sure at one point, all of us new dropshippers have tried this and we failed miserably. That's how we learned that it doesn't work. But I'm literally saving you guys a step from failing a product. I'm telling you that this isn't going to work. The only way you're going to find a winning product is if you actually search for something that's not saturated, an evergreen product that has a wow factor and that actually can solve a problem. Not only that, but let's say you get the product for $10, you need to be able to sell it for 30 to 50 to even any amount higher. So that means that the product needs to actually have some sort of perceived value. Another thing is that TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube organic content isn't what it used to be. People are expecting to start dropshipping with no ads, no cost, and just film a product. And yes, that does work, but it's not the same as it used to be because now it's way harder to get views. It's way more competitive, and people expect some sort of shitty video that they just record the product with, expecting to get millions of views. That's not how it works. Most of the time you blow up on social media is really just due to consistency and improving your quality of each video over time, because that's what true fans are going to follow you for and see every single time you upload a video. It doesn't even have to be someone who follows you. It could be a new customer who actually thinks the video is cool with the product and just make an impulse purchase, because this happens more often than not, and people are literally printing hundreds of thousands from this strategy. Because the old way TikTok used to work is you just post a video and instantly you got thousands of views and a couple of sales from it, but that doesn't work anymore because the TikTok algorithm has changed, the Instagram algorithm has changed, and YouTube has definitely changed. So if you aren't changing your methods, what makes you think doing the same methods that don't work anymore is still gonna work? If you actually want to do organic, this can work, but TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, they're all smarter now. So you need to improve your content. Watch a couple of videos. I think I posted a video. My first video on the channel was about Instagram and how to grow because I've done it several times. Instagram's made me millions of dollars alone just from starting a niche product and other niche stuff like faceless accounts. So I'm pretty good at it, I'd say, getting millions of views on single videos and hundreds of millions in just 1 month. Anyone can do this, especially if you are consistent and improve your content day by day. The other thing is, people work 1 or 2 hours a day expecting this to randomly blow up. This is a real business. People don't treat it like one. They think just because it's dropshipping that they make a store, throw up ads, and they get sales. That's not how it works. This is a real business. You actually have to put in a lot of time and effort into this, just like with anything else, because if you don't, you're gonna fail, you're gonna claim it's a scam, and you're gonna claim that dropshipping is dead when clearly it's wrong. You are wrong, and dropshipping is making people money. Actually, if you look at the stats, year by year, dropshipping and e-commerce and online stores grows by 10 to 20% every year. We're in the trillions of dollars every single year spent on online e-commerce stores. What do you think Sephora is, or Gymshark, or any of these new brands that recently started? They all use Shopify, and they all started off as a dropshipping store. So if you're not treating this as a real business where you're putting in several hours a day, especially in the beginning, you're quite gonna fail, because this has happened several times. People expect 1 hour a day, especially in the beginning, to start a store and then make hundreds of thousands. It's just not how it works anymore, and that's just the truth. But luckily, there's a chance you can actually make $10,000 a month or more simply from dropshipping the correct way. And here's how you can do it. The new way in 2025 is more branded, and it does take a little bit more work, but if you have the time, I would really recommend doing this because it also does make more money. Just like how I said in the beginning, most people are stuck on the old ways that dropshipping works, and that's why they're not making as much money as people like me who understand the system and how changes work. Because if you can understand how the algorithm changes, you also understand how to print money every single few months that the shift changes. Because now, this is how it works. People are doing branded stores with trusted lines, and what I mean by lines is trusted text. They're actually hitting people's hearts and emotions. You're not just selling a product, you're selling a feeling, you're selling an emotion, and you're selling the person something that's actually gonna make them feel better. No one spends an amount of money to feel bad. They want to feel good about what they buy, especially if it comes in the mail and doesn't work and they return it, you're gonna be at a loss. So you might as well sell a good product from China that works and can actually improve someone's life. Another thing is that people are selling a one-time product. You don't want to sell a product that's horrible. People are going to test it one time and buy. You want something people buy multiple of or come back reoccurring and always buy from you. You want to build trust and you want to have excellent customer care. Like when someone first buys a product, send them an email, check in on them before it gets there. When it does get there, send them an email. How's the product? A few days later, ask them for a review, ask them for a referred friend. You need to keep up with your customers. And this is very important because not only will they refer you to other friends, because word of mouth in this business is bigger than you probably expect. And once you get to know this and you get to start doing these things, they're gonna come back every single month, especially as they want more things from your store, whether it's clothing, toys, food, dog products, doesn't matter, especially if it's a beauty niche product or a baby toy. These things are literally exploding in 2025. And if you know how to utilize this and actually create your own store, you can print hundreds of thousands. Another thing is that you need to know how to offer your store. You need to know what price point you're gonna have your product, what upsells you're gonna have, and exactly what people are most likely to buy. If you can figure out a great offer, I would test this with different price points, different percentages off, and different after upsells once they already purchased the product. Because with this, it's gonna allow you to increase your AOV, which is average order value, by 30 to 100%. And it's way easier to get someone to spend an extra $10 than to reduce your ad cost by $10 per purchase. So if you can do this, that's another way that you guys can actually start making way more money from dropshipping. And another thing that people have switched over to instead of just doing regular organic TikTok ads, which is completely free by the way, that's why it's called organic, is that people have hired and started paying other influencers. And yes, I know I said it's free, but a UGC ad means user generated content, which means someone with maybe a couple thousand followers. It doesn't even have to be you. It could just be someone with 10, 20, 50, 100,000 followers. They make a video with your piece of content. If it aligns with your niche and the people who follow them have been following them for a while and they're not new to this space, let's say they're quite older, like 1 or 2 years in the space, that means they have trust built. And if they like your product and you pay them a couple hundred, you could easily bring $10,000, $20,000 just from using their audience that they're not capitalizing from. And let's say you're not willing to pay anyone, you can mass DM hundreds of people saying, look, I'll give you 20% for every sale you get. Yes, this method is way harder, but if you can just get one yes from someone in your niche to agree on a 20% per sale thing, that's pretty much exactly how TikTok Shop works and what TikTok Shop is. People do that so that they can make money from both ends of the table. So if you learned something from dropshipping, subscribe, and I left all the links to make it super easy and cheap for you to start in the description of this video, and comment something that you would like to see in the future.